May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at ETH. All right. ETH, my main man, Ethereum. All right. Let's check it out. First of all, what do we see? This is the reason why I'm looking at this, is because the first thing I saw was this. Look like it's heading up. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, hey man, I want to I want to catch a pullback and get in on this action. This looked like a great place to have gotten in, right? Because it didn't come past by that. It didn't break that low. It just kept going up. You know, but now we are in pullback. That looks like an opportunity. We can get in on this. All right, we're already late to the party. Whatever. But I'm looking, and I'm saying to myself, all right, what caused it to pop here? Come all the way over here, and I'm like, okay, this looks like a higher time frame uh, zone of demand. All right, so now I want to check it out. And what do I see? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, let me get rid of it. Come on, man. Let me get rid of that. All right. And then I'm going to mark this out. This is a demand zone. I got it started here to there, and I'm going to take it all the way over. Look, we hit it right here. Boom. Right. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So I also see that once price broke this high here, important. Once we broke that high, I'm looking for a return to impulse, right? After you have a break of structure, what do you expect? A return to impulse, and that's what price did. And this is the originating impulse, and price came down here, popped it off, boom. All right. Now, what did it do? Did it leave behind demand? Well, it took out that high and also took out this high. Yeah, it did leave behind demand. So, how do I mark it? I would mark it this way. Boom, because we have a continuation of the chain of demand that is developing here, right? Price comes back into this demand to the 50%, the midpoint of the demand zone, and I'm thinking we're going to see another test of it, and I'm looking right here. So I'm going back to the daily to get a better look at the price action. All right, yeah, we see a continuation here. Price goes up, does its thing, da 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 dang, boom. It respects that low, just the way it respected this one respected that low. Okay, and I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm watching this intently. Right, price pushes back up, comes back down. Aha, we're in another demand here. All right, but it hasn't proven itself yet until it starts breaking highs. All right, that's when you know that this is a valid demand zone down here. All right, now I'm not necessarily going to hold that one there. I'm looking here. I'm looking here, and because from here you can see the volume and momentum came into the market, breaking these highs and taking the liquidity from those highs. This was a very pivotal move here because this is a pullback. All right. And once we broke this pullback, all right, because this established the high and low of this trading range. All right. All this is happening in between there. All right. Until this high is broken, I'm not thinking that price is turning from bearish to bullish momentum. Right. I'm not looking at that, looking at it as a market shift. I'm looking at this as intraday, not intraday, uh, intermediary zones or substructure. You understand? Microstructure. Not so much microstructure, but substructure. All right. And we broke that. We broke that here. All right. We have a change of character from bearish to bullish momentum. Why is my mouse sticking? I don't understand. All right. So I'm looking bullish, but after a break of structure, what do we expect? All right, because this is a structural point, a very important structural point. What do we expect? A return to impulse. So I'm looking for price to come on down to one of these areas of impulse, right? And I'm going to the 4 hour because we can see the price action a little clearer, more clearer, a little clearer. Let me go back to the daily. All right, you see how price is rejecting here, that's because there's a demand here. How do I know it's valid? Because it broke that high, broke this high, broke that high. This is the last demand that broke these highs. So this is valid, a valid zone of demand for me. I'm going to mark it. How am I going to mark it? I'm going to mark it like this because this is the unmitigated area. The candle wick did not come down into this. This is unmitigated. This area is unmitigated. And if we push it across, we can see we have been mitigated. All right. And we're getting a rejection, a reaction. All right. So is this the question that comes to my mind immediately? Is this the area that will take price past this high? All right. Are we going to see the market shift from bearish momentum to bullish momentum? Because this looks like a move that just facilitates a pullback, or a return to impulse. Now, this is a decisional zone of demand as opposed to the original, a decisional original, right? And let me remove some of this confusion out of the way here. All right, I would have it here, but the new zone, the demand that was left behind starts here. This is easy. Okay, so why do I like this zone? One, it's unmitigated. Two, we have this arrow is pointing to, if you watch my videos, you'll know that it's pointing to an area of imbalance, an inefficient move of price. That price will come back and rebalance because it always does, right? Inefficient move, price comes back and completes the rebalancing. Inefficient move to the downside, price comes up, rebalances it. Inefficient, imbalance, rebalanced. You understand? So it'll come down. It'll come down. Just don't know when. All right. Could it happen? Could this hold? This is the question. All right. So I'm not taking any longs from here. I'm not. All right. I would like to take my longs from here. Why? Because it's in the 50, below the 50% of the pullback. Let me show you something here. If this is the range, if this is the swing low to the swing high, right? And this is the range of price, we are below the 50% here. All right. Above here is premium prices. Up down here, discount prices. Where do we want to take our longs from? We want to be in discount prices. The lower, the better, of course. All right. Uh, but this is at the golden ratio. This line here, this zone is at the golden ratio. Could it penetrate past this? We're going to find out. All right, because it's so close. Because it's so close. Uh, because it's in this golden ratio, the 618 golden ratio, the most frequented of the Fibonacci levels, price could definitely do its thing up there. However, I love the fact that there is imbalance down here, that this is an unmitigated zone of demand. All right. And when price left here, it took out a lot of liquidity. All right. This is when price does come here, we're going to get this. We're going to get that. We're going to get that response. All right. That kind of reaction. The question is, will it get there? Can this get it done? All right. From here, it did break up higher. All right. But this is the decisional as opposed to the original. So we have to watch. All right. And we have to be patient. You want to be aggressive, you can take this. You can take this because it ain't wrong. I wouldn't say it was wrong. All right. This wouldn't be a better price. And I'm not holding out for greed. The fact that there is a low of where there's liquidity to take and an imbalance to come and fill makes me think that price wants to come lower and then take it. You understand? That's where I'm at. Anyway, no need to make this video longer than it should be. Where am I looking? I'm looking here. I'm going to look here, um, and I'm hoping that patience pays out. All right. If we get a reaction here, maybe it gets smacked down here. You know what I'm saying? Because we did have a change of character up here, and we haven't had a real pullback yet. This could come up, take out these highs, and find the resistance up here, and then come down. Doesn't have to do it in the timeline that we would prefer. Doesn't have to, but because it already broke this, and we had some kind of pullback up there, there's some inefficiency to fulfill for sure. But I like the fact that this is an unmitigated zone of supply. It has not proved itself yet because it didn't break this low. All right, so I'm looking to see if it will break that low. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. This isn't easy to make that decision, especially when it's a decision was in a way at a very respectable zone. So we'll see. I'm looking for here. I'm going to leave a pending order here. If I miss it here, I'll be looking for the pullback. You know, once it decides to pull back, and I'll catch that pullback. I hope it doesn't come to that, but I'm if this then that. That's the way we got to work, right? I will see you in the next video. I hope you find a benefit in this. All right. If you do, make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and leave a like. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll encourage me to keep putting out content. And uh, do subscribe to my channel. All right, do subscribe, man. All right, check me out on the YouTube channel as well. And I will see you in the next video. I hit the wrong button. Do not judge me.